Hierarchy. I'm sure you guys have heard about this drama. Everyone everywhere is hating on it. Well, not necessarily hating on it, but criticizing it for being not worthy or a time wasting drama. So initially I wanted to watch it, but then I dropped the plan, but then again watched it recently to give a review because it's a new month and new month, new video. I was actually prepping for another video, but that'll take more time, so I decided to watch it. So here it is. Also here, Che wasn't the whole big bad guy. She was just the one ignoring the bullying that was happening to Inan, not the whole actual perpetrator. So that's that. Hierarchy is a South Korean drama which came out on 7th June 2024. It has 7 episodes starring Na Jung-hee, Lee Tae-min, Kim Jae-won. Now let's get into the review. So basically everyone was pointing out the plot holes, which I'm gonna do as well. I'll also talk a bit about the acting and the characters. The first point I'd like to make is that this drama had a lot of loose ends. It feels like tight gripping. You're getting there, but then it loses its motion. Just like how a younger brother or sister tries real hard to be perfect like their older siblings, but aren't. It gives you the illusion of what it isn't. When I started watching it, I felt like everyone was stopping me from watching this for no reason. It's not bad at all. What's wrong with it exactly? But I only realized some of the flaws after I finished watching it. I kept feeling like, okay, not bad, until it was over. It didn't take the time to make me feel like, okay, it's actually really good. It just ended before that. The production quality was obviously good because of it being a Netflix series, so it wasn't hard watching it. The actors acted good, not being awkward or confused, and not being overly confident to make either this series corny cliche or an awkward mess. Because it had every cliche element: the Chaebol family's cocky teenagers, their strict parents, the poor or middle class teenagers and their miseries of getting bullied, the Chaebol daughter, like an ice princess, arranged marriage for business purposes, the school and its adults who turn blind eyes to the bullying of kids who are not from rich families, etc. So despite them being in the series, why wasn't it as corny? Because cliche isn't just the plotline, cliche is the exact way the plotline moves that are similar to the point of no difference. But since this series was a bit away from that, it didn't scream cliche as much. Because notice how Jay isn't all that evil and controlling of everything under her. She has a conscience. She doesn't disregard people just because they're not rich. She does come off as rude, but that's solely because of her upbringing. Despite her dad being the way he is, her growing up to be such a person is praiseworthy. The series actually showcases how the psychology builds up in them for being the way they are. Jay is visibly very anxious and scared, which built up over the years of her dad's verbal abuse. In the cases of cliches, it wouldn't be portrayed as much. This is the case mostly because she was the female lead in here. Otherwise, she would have been portrayed as an emotionless, unreasonably evil Chaebol heiress. The main Chaebol dude also gets the girl in this case, where most of the times a middle-class scholarship girl would have gotten him. Here's another thing: the hierarchy was there because the rich kids just disregarded and bullied the scholarship kids. But there was no actual case of hierarchy there. I mean, from a series named Hierarchy, you'd expect something more systematically dystopian and grotesque, something like Pyramid Game. A drama named Pyramid Game could be about anything precisely, but it showed the societal flaws of the unspoken still existing hierarchy. So the series named Verbatim Hierarchy was far more lighthearted than it should have been. So if you think about this in real life scenarios, they're horrific undeniably. The plot must have been about revenge or getting justice. I'm saying must have been because it started with showing us the Chibor kids. Kay came back from a 3-month tour of the US and broke up with a long-term boyfriend. They also showed us her problematic family dynamics in the few moments of the first episode. I mean, my girl wore a beautiful dress and her dad had a problem with that because it was black. Are you kidding me? I didn't know super rich people also had problems with the way of dressing. Now I was convinced that the series was about the Chibor kids and their problems and probably about a potential love story of Jay and Kanga. But then the kids were trying to scare Kanga about a previous scholarship kid dying, and then he slowly started to look kind of suspicious, and then it was revealed that he was his brother. It wasn't such a surprise reveal either. The character Kanga was acting like he was in the process of doing super damage to Rian and Jay, but in reality he did nothing much except for flirting with Jay and pissing off Rian, being all cocky that he's not scared of anyone. Like, bro got info on Namchuan from his brother's spinner and tested him and found all evidence from him. He did nothing much, so it wasn't all that super mystery investigation plot either. To be honest, the mystery was not it. Namjoon, this guy, didn't like all the shit around him, so he got all the footage from his mom's PC and all he did was blackmail Jay with it. With the aim of doing what exactly? Not sure. What the hell was that? Somebody tell me. Then when we thought, okay, so finally he sent the video to Rian, but it was revealed that it wasn't Namjoon but Rian's own mom. Did we need that plot twist or part? No. Was it impactful in any way? No. Then why the heck did we get it? No idea. I think even the director has no idea. He probably had this big deal about it but couldn't work it out. Kanga was later on almighty like,
Yeah, guys, I came here to avenge my brother, but now I wanna save you all and be a hero. Yay!
uh, no, it wasn't that efficacious the way the makers wanted it to be. Like, we all saw Baek Chanmin partied with the rich kids and beat up the scholarship kids to be in their place, and that was it. Yeah, and also this. So when I saw him partying with them, I thought, okay, so maybe they're a bit friendly even though they try to be a bit mean. So I didn't really feel the revolution. I mean, at the end, Kanga just went to the police. They were questioned in their station. Che gave in. Ujin gave Che the teacher's video and she handed that to Kanga, who handed that to the police. The teacher was taken by the police. The other guys were also being questioned again in this gathering. I don't know what is this, cause this doesn't seem like a courtroom. I don't know much about legal places either, so that's that. I mean, this all was so easy and was shown in a rush that it felt like the justice or the supposed focus of the drama wasn't important. It was just a side plot. I mean, how exactly were the guys punished again? Cause I didn't catch it. Anybody else did? Or is it just me? And why doesn't she like him? Well, just kidding. She isn't forced to like someone, but yeah, I would have liked back if I had someone like that. Just saying. I especially didn't get any reasoning behind Jay's breakup with Rian at all. She said she did that all to protect Rian. How does it protect him exactly? I have no idea. Okay, so she was pregnant with his baby, but she went to the US to hush it, so it was being kept as a secret. It's both bad for her dad and Rian and her too. So as long as she kept that a secret, they were okay. She didn't need to break up with him and do all that drama. No, like seriously, I didn't get a single explanation she gave for this. And what? I didn't get the romance at all. At some point, it feels like Kanga's mad at Jay. At second point, he seems caring, but in a casual, friendly manner. At another point, he's going all crazy because she's leaving and he wants one chance. Like, look at him running like a madman to catch Jay. What built up to this? It was out of nowhere, I swear. সাত সমুদ্র তেরো নদী পার করে আসতেছে বাবারে. I'm sorry, but I had to pull this Bangla joke. He literally looks like it. Then Jay was like, I love Rian. He's the man of my life. And in the next scene, she would give Kanga signals and have this tension going on. Like, girl, be for real. What is it that you want? Is it Kanga? Is it Rian? Like, decide. Let's also dive into Yunera's acting. I mean, Tia wants. No, she doesn't act bad at all, but just wanted to point out that she had these exaggerated expressions most of the time. I get it. I get how her character was supposed to be. I genuinely do. And yeah, those dramatic expressions were needed in moments. But she did them too much, like it was literally in every other scene. In some moments, she needed to be a bit more calm, but no, she was this extra hyper person all throughout the series. At least in this scene, she needed to change her expression a little bit, but she had that same over dramatic, annoyed expression which was genuinely exhausting at some point. Moreover, Yoonhera and Jae's friendship. We can't really expect Chaebol kids to be genuine true friends at all times, but they did have some real friendship. They grew up together, and it's not me, they were literally shown to have a good bond. Then why did Tae behave in a cold manner with her, and even though she did, why did Hera take it so negatively? It felt as if Hera was the one who was fake all this time. Don't get me wrong at why was Jae so cold. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that Jae and Hera were besties. Doesn't matter how she behaves publicly and with others. It's her bestie, so she should be more smiley and happy with her. It's not like best friend or not, she has to maintain this coldness with her. They did hang out with each other all the time and they did love. Then why become so cold suddenly with Hera is what doesn't make sense. Also, till episode 4, I thought Che cheated on Rian with Kanginan and was cursing her out only to realize that it was indeed Rian's baby. Oops, sorry, my bad. I was at least glad that she wasn't a cheat. And where did this split up come from? Did I miss anything? Why do people think Kanga is gonna be revealed to be a bigger Chebol dude? What is this unreasonable wishful thinking? I mean, what the heck did I miss? And it's not only this post, I saw some more places where people were wanting the same. All in all, this was all I had to say about hierarchy. I rate the series a 63 out of 100. Bye!